I am about to speedrun showing you how to make 10K per month with DM setting from complete zero. My name is Russell. I just turned 17 years old, and at my peak, I was doing over 40K per month with just high ticket sales. And I'm about to show you the exact A to Z process and how you yourself from zero can make 10K per month with just DM setting. And no, this isn't just some sort of theoretical idea. This is the exact process I used to go from literally overdraft in the bank to 40K per month, and the exact process I've taught hundreds of people and hundreds of my students how to do as well. So if you are tired of being broke, watching other people your age or even younger than you completely pass you while you work a dead-end job, then watch this video because I'm about to break down the exact A to Z blueprint on how you can do this yourself. So let's get into it. First off, let me explain to you guys what DM setting actually is, because a lot of you probably have no idea. DM setting is when you sit inside of a business owner's inbox or a guru or influencer, you book appointments on their behalf by responding to messages, and if that appointment actually closes, you make a pretty big commission off of that. That commission would typically be 5%. However, these are high ticket programs, anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000. So if somebody buys a 5K program and you're the one who actually set that deal, you make $250. And so if you set 40 appointments a month and half of them close, you just made 5K. And here's why this is the best business model for not only people like me, young guys like me, but also every single person trying to get started. Number one, every single creator out there needs this. Andrew Tate, Iman Gadzhi, Jordan Walsh, these guys make millions of dollars off of selling their course, selling their program. They get thousands of DMs per day of people who are looking to pay them. However, they can't possibly respond to all their messages themselves. Number two, you literally only need your phone. There's no startup capital. There's no fancy website creation. There's no marketing. You literally just need your phone. And number three, it's fully commission based, meaning you don't have to wait months and months to start your own business and grow it up to being profitable. All you have to do is plug yourself into an already profiting business model. And as soon as you start showing some sort of a result, you will make money off of that. So now let's talk about how you can actually get started with this. Step one is we need to actually understand the market that we're trying to break into. Right now, the online education industry is worth $38.7 billion. And every single day, new creators are launching courses, they're launching programs anywhere from $2,000 to $25,000. And guess what? Every single one of them need people to sell. So now that we understand that this really isn't some small niche, it's a massive growing opportunity, it's time to see how we can break into it. And before we do that, we need to learn the skill. So essentially, the way that this process goes is all of the leads are inbound. That means every single one of them is reaching out to you. The first step is actually opening the conversation. So let's say somebody messages you and they say, how can I start? You'll want to open the conversation by telling them, hey, thanks for reaching out. Give me a little bit more context about yourself just to see if I might be able to help. Now, you're going to spark up a little conversation with them. Again, this shouldn't take too much time, but the main purpose of this conversation is to qualify them for three things. We want to understand, do they have the money? Are they serious? And are they urgent? Now, once they pass that qualification, what I would do is say something along the lines of, cool, seems like we could probably help. Just to see, I would love to book you on a longer call with one of our internal coaches. Again, just to see if we can possibly help. That's literally it, guys. The entire conversation takes maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Now, step three, now that we understand the market, we understand what this is, and we understand the skill of how to actually do it, we need to understand how to get on our first offer, how to work for our first business, because the skill is great, but if we don't actually have a business to go in and implement this with, it really is worth nothing. Now, in terms of outreach, because that is the best free way to actually find an offer, this will probably be your secret weapon in terms of finding an offer. Now, the first step is to go to Instagram, because that's where all this outreach is going to take place. If you already have a good Instagram account, I would recommend using that. Make your account look good. That's number one. Nobody wants to see you smoking, drinking, doing anything stupid. Make your account look solid so that people would actually want to hire you. And once that's done, and it should be relatively simple, you can use my Instagram. I'll put it on the screen. You can use it as an example. What you're going to do is start outreaching to creators. Now, I want you to look for somebody who's selling a course. Most of these creators that are selling courses will have something in their bio on Instagram saying, DM me a keyword, DM me something. Now, once you're able to find somebody like this, and there are so many of them online, you're going to click the little button next to follow them. It's a little person with a plus next to it. And Instagram will show you hundreds, if not thousands, of similar accounts. Through this, we are going to be able to find hundreds of people to outreach to, and we really won't have a shortage anymore. And so now that we have all of these people that we can outreach to, it's important that we understand what to actually say to them, how to get in contact with them, how to get to their attention, so that maybe we can work for their team. Now, that's the hard part, but it's also the genius part of my process. What you're going to do is DM them their keyword, just like you're a prospect who's interested in buying their course. For example, if their bio says DM me info, you're going to DM them info. Now, most of the time, an AI will respond to you. And if that's the case, just go along with the conversation. Just go with the flow until you realize you're talking to a real person. That is the goal. Now, once we're talking to a real person, and it's important, guys, don't take this too far, right? As soon as you're talking to a real person, you should go and shoot. I would just say something along the lines of, hey, I'm actually wondering if you were looking for a killer DM setter on your team. I call this the Trojan horse method because you are literally infiltrating their sales process in order to try and get hired. Now, use this and be careful, guys, because some people will get very upset. And if you take the conversation far, you really could be wasting somebody's time. However, as long as you shoot your shot relatively quick as soon as you're speaking to a real person, nobody can really get too upset with it because it does work. Now, if you do this to 50 to 75 accounts every single day and you're persistent and you don't quit, I promise you, you will land a role. So perfect. Now we understand the business model. We understand the market. We understand the skill. We understand how to land a role. The next step is just mastering those conversations, reaching the top of your potential. And we both know your job as a DM setter is relatively simple. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but being the best at this requires finesse, requires a little bit of charisma. We aren't just copying and pasting the script because look, any robot, any AI can do that. The trick is to be personable, be smart, be funny, and actually be able to book the most appointments possible because that's something that a robot can't replicate. So as you do this, just make sure you're being very conversational, you're being funny, you're being charismatic, and I promise you, you will book a lot more appointments than every single person around you who is just copying, pasting messages. Now, the next thing is volume and consistency, and I'll be honest with you guys, this is where most of you will fail. So listen very carefully because this is a very easy fix that if you implement, you won't have to worry about at all. But if not, you probably will fail. When I first started in DM setting, I was having 10 to 15 conversations per day. And that's how I was able to make 5K my first month with DM setting. However, if you only have 2 to 3 conversations a day, you won't make money. It's not possible. This is a commission-based thing. This comes from booking appointments. The math is very, very simple. 15 conversations a day, book 30 to 40% of them. That would be 3 to 4 calls a day. Let's say 30 to 40% of those appointments close, which is the industry standard. You would make 1 to 2 sales every single day. Now, again, if your offer is 5K, that would be anywhere from $250 to $500 per day. Scale that monthly. Now you're looking at about $10,000 per month. Now, if you want to scale this further, guys, there's a couple ways to do it. Number 1, get multiple offers. There's no need to just work for one unless it is the perfect offer. As a DM setter, you can work for 2, sometimes even 3 offers. One of my students, his name is Bravo. At his peak, he was working for 3, 4, maybe even 5 DM setting offers and making $15,000 to $25,000 every single month from doing that. Number 2, upgrade to closing. Closers typically make anywhere from 10 to 20%, meaning you would fully double your income if you were able to become a closer. Now, that's also a lot harder of a skill. It might take you a lot longer to learn it, but it is a lot higher leverage once you get to that point. The third option is working for a higher ticket offer. If you're selling for 5K and now you jump to an offer selling for 10K, again, same thing. You've now doubled your income. This is all great stuff, guys. And honestly, at this point, you do have the information required to become successful. And the problem with that is that's only 10, 20, maybe even 30% of the job. The information is there. What's required is the mindset to actually go out and use that. The same mindset that you have working at Subway, making $15 an hour, is not the same mindset that you need to get to that point where you're making 10, 20K per month. Just like the same mindset making you 10, 20K per month is not the same one that will get you to 100 or even 200K per month. You need to stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like a business owner. In DM setting and in sales, your income is directly tied to how much work you put in. There's no cap to how much you can make. It just has to do with how hard you're going to work and how much you're going to perform. I'll be honest, guys, most of my students who hit that 10K per month are the ones who go all in. They aren't the ones who come in and want to give this a chance. You got to really go for it. Now, just so that you guys understand how real this is, let me just share you guys a couple real results. One of my students, Connor, went from corporate sales making 2 to 3K a month to making 30K per month every single month in high ticket sales. Luke Bravo made $11,000 in 12 days and is on track for a $30,000 month. Morris, a 17-year-old, made 10K his first month and is scaling up to 15, 20, maybe even 25K per month. And guys, one of my 14-year-old students, Tan, even made 5K in a single week. These guys aren't outliers. There's nothing special about me and there's nothing special about them. This is just what happens when you follow the process, you put in the work, and you have belief in it. Look, I'm not going to lie to you guys and say that this is a piece of cake. This is the easiest thing in the world. Nothing worth doing is. You will get rejected. You will have bad days. Some business owners will be difficult to work with. But here's the thing, like I just said, every single thing worth learning has a learning curve. The difference is with DM setting, you can start making money while you're learning. You don't need to wait 4 or 5 years like with college. Now, with all of that being said, I want you guys to understand that now is the perfect time for you guys to start. The online education space is exploding. New creators pop up every single day doing hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month. And what most people don't understand is there is a real shortage of high quality, good DM setters. Most people either don't know this opportunity exists or try it for 2 weeks and completely give up on it. That is your advantage. While most people try dropshipping or crypto or something fancy like that, you can learn a real skill and leverage it right now to get started and make 10K per month. So there you have it, the exact process to speedrun your first 10K per month with DM setting. Just to recap, you guys now understand what DM setting is and why it works. You learned the exact conversation framework that you need to set people. You learned how to use the keyword/Trojan horse method to land your first offer. You learned how to master human sounding conversations. You understand that you need to focus on volume and consistency. And you know exactly how to scale to that 10K per month. This is the exact process that I use to go from a broke 15-year-old to a 16-year-old doing 40, sometimes even 50K per month in high ticket sales. The information inside this video is literally worth thousands of dollars. Some businesses would charge you thousands of dollars to learn it, but I'm giving it out for free because I know what it's like to feel stuck. I know what it's like to watch everybody else succeed while you're just sitting there wondering if this stuff even really works. But now you have the blueprint. So the only question is, are you really going to get after it? If you want more detailed training on this or even my personal scripts, just DM me the word learn on Instagram. It will be in the bio. I'll make sure to get back to you and help you out. But whether you work with me or not, please take action on what I showed you. I promise it works, and it's the exact blueprint. It's all you need to become successful with this. The only thing standing between you and your first 10K a month is the work. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.